And now the next model, what we are going to see is H parameter model. This one is almost familiar to you. We have seen in a very basic way what is H parameter model. So we are going to see in depth what is H parameter model. The H in the H parameters model stands for hybrid. Okay, it is called as hybrid. Hybrid means something which is mixed. It is not belonging to a single category. See, there are many parameter models available. You have Z parameters, Y parameters. Z parameters are called as impedance. Y parameters are called as admittance. All these are complete parameters because Z parameter na அதில் இருக்கிற எல்லா parameterமே Z தான் இருக்கும். It will be purely impedance. Y parameter means all the parameters measured using the Y parameters will be in terms of admittance. These H parameters are going to be combination of Z and Y. Combination of Z and Y. So how combination? So you have Z and Y. Idila there are from Z and Y I can make 4 combinations, right? So one is Z, one is Y. Then if I divide both Z, one thing I will get the ratio of Z, Z1 by Z2. That is not going to have any unit, correct? Because if the ohm by ohm will get cancelled. And finally, y1 by y2, which is also not going to have any unit because the admittance will get cancelled. So when I combine Z and Y parameters, what I get is called as H parameters. Okay, H parameters will clearly model your transistor as a network. So ever small model, we have seen transistor as a diode, 2 diodes and current source. In H parameter model, I'm going to see the transistor as a circuit. So it is going to be called as a two-port network. So transistor is modeled as a two-port network. Two-port network na ரெண்டு port இருக்கும். One port is called as input, one port is called as output. And input port I'll be applying an input voltage V1. Because of the applying input voltage, I'll have an input current I1. Because of current flowing through the transistor and reaching the output, I will have a current I2 at the output of transistor causing an voltage V2. And remember, in all the two-port network calculations, what one assumption we make is all the currents will be flowing towards the network. You see in the diagram, I1 is flowing towards the network, I2 is also flowing towards the network. This is one basic assumption we make in two-port network. So V1 and V2 are the input and output port voltages. I1 and I2 are going to be the input and output port current. And remember, the currents are always flowing towards the two-port network. And what is the two-port network here? Your transistor is going to be modeled as a two-port network using the H parameter model. Okay, you should clearly understand what is the motive of each model. So I cannot say which model is best or which model is good. Each model portrays the transistor differently. See, you know about your qualities. One of your friends says you are very good at helping others. One of your friends says you are very kind towards everybody. One of your friends says you are very good at academics. So each one is viewing a different perspective of yourself, right? Same way, all these models are giving different perspective of a transistor. There is no room for comparing which model is best, which model is worst. I need ever small model also. I need H parameter model also because each will be applied at a different point of time. Whenever the application is going to desire that particular model to be used, I'll be using that particular model for effectively characterizing my transistor. Okay, you see, a transistor is treated as a two-port network. And two-port network, you will have two input voltages at port 1 and port 2, and the input currents I1 and I2 always entering the port. So this word is very, very important. It is going to be entering the port. இப்படி assume பண்ணிருக்காங்க why I cannot draw I2 flowing away? This is a rule for this two-port network. For all two-port network related models, this is an important assumption which is made. The current is entering the port. Whether it is input or output port, the current is always entering my port. Okay, so out of the 4 variables V1, V2, I1, and I2, so you can have 4 combinations, right? So you have four variables V1, V2, I1, and I2. One V1, I1 is present at the input side. V2, I2 is present at the output side. So using these four variables, I can frame what is called as H parameters or hybrid parameters. Okay, so I think I will stop here. We will see about H parameters in detail because 5 minutes only is there. So if I start, it is going to be abruptly. I have to end the class. So I'm not going to start the H parameter equations today. So I'll be starting with the H parameter equations tomorrow. So we have seen what is H parameter model and why it is used. So Eber-Small model is going to model your transistor as a series, as a parallel connection of diode and current source. But H parameter model is going to model your same transistor as a two-port network. Network means inside you will have circuits, resistor, inductor, capacitor, all those things will be there. So by analyzing V1, I1, V2, and I2, I am going to model the transistor as a two-port network. Okay. So any doubts you have, please you can put forth now.